Hello guys, how are you? My name is Jamal Azbeki. I concentrate this file on the if or condition in Python. You know that condition is so important. So the manual explanation may be useful for you. First of all, notice that, and for example, it is our project here, and I wanted to discuss this project. Yeah. So notice that what is it if, for example, it is our question here. We have two variable a and b. For example, a equal 2 and b equal 6. We wanted to check if our input between a and b, for example, it is our question. Our input is x between a and b. So write what? For example, write 1. If our input greater than equal a, write 2. If our input greater than or equal b, write 3. And we check our input less than a, greater than b or equal, and between a and b. It is our question how to do that. The main thing that's so important here is our vision toward question or algorithm. The spelling is not important, how you can solve this question. So in the first step we have to input and convert type, because in input we have string and convert to integer. It is our first step. In the next step we write what? We write the if condition, precisely, because it is so important to check our if. Maybe in our first code we have some mistake here. It doesn't matter. The main thing that's so important here is that how to develop our project. So we start our code manually, one by one, based on what I explained here. In the first step, we make project file, new file, and make a comment if explanation. Okay, and Control plus S. What our project? Where is it? Our project was in the project folder, and I think that in the video created Udemy, and it is Python code. What we write here, we have to write if code, if simples. Okay, and the first step we x, our x equal int input what we write here, please insert your number. In the next step we assign that a equal 2 and b equals 6. First step we write this code if x greater than a, and when we say that, please notice to this code, I don't like it to take your time more because it may be bored. So notice that here x greater than a and less than b. What we say here, we say that and, not or. We say that and. If you notice x greater than a and less than b, so it is and is important because Please notice here in the end we have this table. For example, two equation in the left and the right of the and. It is and check it is a left equation and it is the right equation. The left may be true or false and the right may be true or false. So when true and true, so our all of our condition would be true. So I write here true and false, true and false. So what the result of this code? And please notice carefully, true and true would be true, true and false would be false, and false true, false and false clearly would be false. In the or it is different. In the or, please notice to that it is and. In the or we have other scenarios, true and false, true and what is it, true and false. Excuse me for rhyming because it is some you know disability for my writing. True or true would be true. True or false would be true. False and true obviously would be true, and false clearly would be false. Please notice to this table. It is so vital for our code because we have to obey this code every place. Every place we have to notice to this table. So what we write here, it is x greater than a and x less than b. What we write here is double point and enter. It is an indent. This indent is so important. If you don't it, in the Python, I like to talk about this, this. Please notice to that. In Python, we have to do that when you write a structure here. For example, if x greater than a, double point. When you enter, you come here. It shows that you have to write your code here. This code, this code completely belongs to this, and this indent, we have to obey this indent. If you come here to write your code, you have a mistake and your code couldn't run. So go to our code again and write our code. The result is 1. Okay, we execute this code. For example, 3. The result is 1. When we write, for example, 9, we haven't any result because we don't trace our code. We have a structure here is elif. Elif. What we write here? We write this code. Elif x less or equal a. What we write here? We can write print the result is 2. So execute this code easily. Less than a was 2 and we insert 1, the result is 2. And if we write 2, the equal is check it, 2 equal 2 in this step. So what we need here, elif x greater than B double point print the result is, and what we write here 3. Okay, and execute again. B was 6 and we, yeah, 6 equals 6. And if else than this, 2, 3 or everything, we can write else here. Print your result is amazing. You can write something like here, it, and Control S. I think that we couldn't see this print the result is. And if you write everything, we have a result. I have another question. For example, just imagine that in my code, I would like to explain here. Where is it? It was here. For example, our teacher say that please, please check if it is our question. If x greater than 2, do nothing. What, why, and how we can do that? In if we have a primary code which was pass, we can write pass. So if x, for example, which was x projector, no, x, we have to, it is incorrect, we have to x less than, we have to x less than. Because x greater than, check it here. And those are maybe conflict, maybe no, certainly there is a conflict. So we have to check what we have to check here. We have to check that x less than a. So go to our code again. In x less than a, do nothing. I comment this code here. Shift and sharp, what we, yeah, is pass. So running our code again. A was 2 and I wrote, yeah, a 1, do nothing, and our code without any problem. It is if then else, nested if, or everything. I explain it next. Nested if, it is the nested if, one if, another if. Sometimes you can write if and else aloud. For example, I copy all of this code here. Okay. Please notice that sometimes you maybe have a this code. We can erase this, some of this code. You can delete this code, you can delete this code, you can delete this code, and only if and else. It is the simple one. If something, yeah, your code that belong to if, then else, double point, and something that belong to this else. It is so easy. Please do your exercise based on my code. I upload my code on the GitHub and follow my code because in the next steps I try to complicate this project step by step maybe combine if, loop, or everything together to make an easy project based on your ability. Thank you and good jobs. Goodbye.